I hope everyone's having a good time, and I want to thank Paul for putting this event together. This event started probably about, 4 or 5 months ago, and we've grown tremendously. Started at a small panel just for homeowners, and now we've grown to talking to contracts and stuff. And I want to give a huge round of applause for Paul for putting this together. It takes a lot to put this together, and I appreciate you very much. I just want to start for a fun fact today, just because insurance gets a little boring. I work in it, so does Lou, and I do understand the physicality it takes on the mind. So fun fact for the day is sports betting is actually legal in Florida starting today. I hope everybody knows that. I got a nice three-leg parlay, so, go Lions. Hoorah, Detroit. No, but on the serious note, guys, so everybody knows what happened after Ian. It took a really hard take on the insurance market. So from my background, I specialize in commercial insurance, and I can tell you right now, the increase in property and auto markets have been drastic. We're seeing about 25 to 37% increases. We've seen markets like Allstate, commercial, they're just leaving the market in Florida in general, and a lot of property markets as well are leaving the market. So how do we offset these risks? How do we offset the premium increases, and what's the advantage of doing that? Or how do we do that? And I can tell you right now, it's the workers' comp insurance market right now. All right, this year coming up, the preliminaries right now for the rates are actually going down by 30%. Now, what does that mean? For a roofing contractor, I don't know who's a roofing contractor in this panel right here, but I can tell you that the current code and the rate for a roofing contractor is currently right now sitting at $10.54. So that equates to, if you have about $150,000 in payroll for a roofing contractor, you're looking at about $15,000 in premium for a roofing premium for workers' comp. All right. So next year it actually is dropping. It's dropping to an $8.42 rate. So that's going to drastically decrease your premium for workers' comp, and that's going to be a huge offset in the market from the increases in property and also auto. So a lot of people with workers' comp, a lot of roofing contractors, remediation workers, window installers, general contractors, any contractors in the world, they always start with a leasing company and or payroll like ADP. Now, where I come into play and how I can help you save money is, if you're with leasing, they're not regulated by the state. Now, with the state, we always have the regulated rates, which is what I just told you for the roofing code. That comes out every single year, and they keep decreasing every single year. So with non-regulated like leasing, they're throwing out $13 rates. They're throwing out rates because it's not regulated. And I come in and I sit with the business owners and I tell them, like, hey, listen, you're paying a $13 rate right now. The standard rate is $10. That's huge savings depending on how much you're paying in payroll. And with workers' comp, it's all about savings, and I always want to help the business owner as much as I can. So I just want to give it to Lou right here. He is one of my carriers at Builders Mutual. I brought him along as a guest speaker to talk about how he can also save you even more money in regards to workers' comp with safety control. So take it away, Lou.
Thank you, Brian. I'm going to first start by asking, who knows who is Builders Mutual? I'd be surprised if a lot of you did. But Builders Mutual is an business insurance company who specifically writes business insurance for contractors. That is our bread and butter. That is our specialty. That is all we do, and we love writing business insurance for contractors. That's all of you right here. Okay. We write insurance from Maryland down here to Florida. Here in Florida, there are 4 safety consultants like myself here in Florida. I tell you that because our company is not going anywhere. Our company has the most safety consultants that I know of in the industry. So again, I can emphasize that we're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. We're here to work with our clients. and we are a carrier that works through agents like Brian and Five County. So if you're looking to partner up with us, contact Brian. Who are we? We're a type of company that likes partnering up with all of you. And what I say when I say that, it's because one of the things that we like doing, specifically what I like doing, is working with you directly to be able to say, if your insurance program gets better, you're in control of the premium that's going to be charged. I used to be a safety manager, and one of the things that I used to ask the carrier is, how do you view me? How do you see me? Okay? I would have them tell me, and I would say, wait a minute, but who we are is this. And it's better to be in that position, because in that position, you're in control of the credits you're going to get. Not only are the rates going down, like Brian said, but there's credits that are given in a program. You want to take advantage of those things. So from a safety standpoint, there are 4 areas that OSHA comes knocking on your door and looks at you and says, I want to see you, I want to talk to you, I want to review, and I'll cover those 4 areas in a minute. So when a safety consultant from an insurance carrier comes in to do a review or an assessment of you, it's these 4 areas as well. 1, it's your written program, plain and simple. What do you have in place, and what are you managing to? 2, how are you managing your work site? Do you have control of that work site? How are you setting up, and how you're following through to completion? 3, how are you managing your employees so that way they are actively engaged in safety? Rules, for example, do they understand those things? That's an example that I can give you. And then there's safety training. There's 3 elements to safety training. 1 is new hire. We already know that all of you are struggling to hire qualified employees. You're struggling, we know that. A sad statistic in the insurance industry is that 67% of new hires defined as individuals 1 year or less with your company, is likely to get hurt in that first year. What are you doing? Companies are hiring somebody and putting them right to work without any training. So what you're doing is you're hiring somebody, and what you're doing is you're letting all that bad baggage from previous employers come into your culture. You don't want that. The second part to training is, what's your reminders, your toolbox, your ongoing training, those kind of things. And then the third part is the specialty training. We offer, as part of partnering with us, an OSHA 10 or an OSHA 30 hour training class for free. We do that. We'll coordinate that with you. So, but what does that mean to do an OSHA 10 or OSHA 30? That's the minimum. OSHA expectation is, here's the standards, this is the minimum. When you partner up with us, I want to elevate your program to another level to have control of your program and what you can convey to the insurance company. That's my basic approach from that perspective. I'm going to leave you with this, because I also mentioned the challenges you have to hire qualified employees. Think about this. What is the average age of your hourly workers? Your hourly workers. Then the next question is, what is the average age of school achieved by those hourly workers? There's a huge discrepancy right there. So now, my next question to you is, your supervisors or your foremen, were they ever trained how to be teachers, coaches? And they're the individuals that are training your hourly workers. So there's a disconnect right there. What I try to do is find a way to put a program together for you to help in that process and training to minimize the exposure, engage the employees, thus reducing the chances of having accidents. That's my ultimate goal, because when that happens, the success is not mine. The success is yours. You don't have injured employees. So when you don't have injured employees, what happens? They're working. They're productive. You don't have to deal with trying to hire a new person. And you already know how much that takes. That's a lot of time. Put that time aside, keep them working, no accidents. That's your success. Any questions?
What's the answer to the question? What's the average age of the hourly employee?
What I'm hearing from individuals, or I'm sorry, businesses, is the average age of employees hired out there is about 28 years. All right? The average age of school achieved is 2nd grade. How old are you in 2nd grade? 7, 8 years. Using simple math, 28 minus 8, 20 years since they've been in school. At 8 years of age, do you think they're students? No. So when you have a meeting, an all-employee meeting, and you bring them all down, bring them all in and sit down and talk, do you think you're getting your money's worth? Absolutely not. Unless you can verify and validate. And that is, go to the work site, assess, and make sure that they're doing their job safely. Another question.
So what percentage do you think use harnesses for roofers?
What percentage, that's a great question. What percentage do roofers use harnesses? And that's a great question, but that's not the right question to ask, all right? The right question to ask, all right, and then I'll answer your question first, is what percentage are roofers using fall protection? And that is harnesses, anchors, and a life rope, okay? So what percentage are they using harnesses? I'm going to guess that it's about 60%. But what percentages are they properly managing fall protection? 2% or less. Right? So the answer and the comments that I get from employees is, oh, it's hard to manage this. It's hard to manage. But you know what I say to them? What's harder, hitting the ground or wearing this? Hitting the ground. All right? But there's different ways and techniques that I go through training to make sure that employees understand. Because remember, it's been since 2nd grade that they've been in school, and it's hard to receive the information. So, thank you for the questions. Good job.
Hey. Real quick, everybody. So Lou did my company's and all of our guys' OSHA 10 class, and that was with Brian's help. A raise of hand, how many contractors are in here? How many contractors have a relationship with their agent and their insurance company that will come out, do a safety training on their job, and offer to give them OSHA 10 or OSHA 30 training for free? Raise a hand.
10 hours of training.
So what I would tell you guys, everybody on this panel, why I put these together, I work with all these gentlemen and ladies. I know what they bring. They're all experts, and I want to bring value to all of you guys. And the value is you guys need to talk to Brian, and you need to talk to Lou. And when you have a job, they'll come out and look at that job. And that's what true partners do in this industry. We partner together, and we help one another. So please give those guys both a round of applause and talk to them after.